Guys, welcome back. Hope you're all doing very well. First of all, I would like to thank you guys for 839 subscribers as a recording of this YouTube video. I really much appreciate it, and remember that if you do enjoy the content, hit the sub button to help reach a 1k goal. Also, a very quick shout out to these individuals who be my most recent subscribers. Thank you very much for hitting the button and continuing to support their channel. So let's get into this. Another weekly banner review. I did see the pools that were in, and it actually does not look too terrible this week. I don't think there's going to be any new ones coming in this week or returning ones that's actually, important. So this should be a relatively quick video compared to the rest of the banners. However, I will still, well, I got that rookie already, but thanks, game. I will still in detail cover the banners that are in, of course. But yeah, I hope everybody has been having a great Monday, and if you're not, hopefully it gets better for you, and I hope your Tuesday is a bit better as well. But other than that, let's get into this. So we have this pool again. Both these characters are extremely powerful and very, very good. And then we have the Renji pool as well. So this is Renji's focus pool. Of course, if you want Renji, this is your chance to get Renji. He's probably not going to be in for a long time again. And this is basically your best chance to get him, because you only have to compete with these other 5 stars. Yeah, so real quick, Renji, of course, phenomenal character, extremely powerful. Cayenne over here is a super potion farmer. This Shua is actually relatively good if you don't have crystal teams. He is a crystal runner and he has purity as well. Very rare to see that combination. This Joshiro is also a potion runner, I think, and this Noitora is just, I think he's a guild quest character, I can't remember, but I know he's not that significant, so it's not too bad actually in terms of the fillers. But yeah, so let's move on to the decisive battle summons. Excuse me, I'm having hiccups for some reason. So this summon, it was in, I think, before Yakuya and Aizen got their reworked units. I think it was a week or two before that. Anyway, so Ichigo and Ukiyo are both very strong units. How's the fillers looking for this? Okay, so the fillers on this is really mid. None of these characters really stand out to me as a must-have unit. Rukia is really powerful, but she doesn't stand out as a must-have. However, these two are they are extremely powerful, and I'm actually glad that they finally did justice to both Ukiyo and Ichigo, because these two in these forms are exponentially more powerful than anything we saw in the series up to that point. So definitely it really shows the amount of power that they do have. So what we'll do is we'll cover Ukiyo first, just because I like Ichigo a little bit more. So yeah, Ukiyo, he is a SP unit. His SP is relatively low compared to the anniversary units, I know that, but still, it's still a very good amount of SP to have. Now he's a Sparta Killer Plus, which is it's a tad bit strange considering he is a Sparta himself and he never actively fought against another Sparta. Him and Grimjow had a few words, but that's basically it. So a little strange for me. So he does have a dual soul trait, which is amazing. Strong attack damage 20% and recharge time -12%. Great stuff, love that. Then he has weaken plus on all his attacks except for his second, because that is a boost, and a barrier, which is amazing. Okay, now just a disclaimer, I'm pretty sure both of these units are guild quest units if I can remember correctly, but their skills are good enough and everything is good enough for them to be used normally, and they're just 10 times better in a guild quest. And then I don't mind guild quest units. Innate's sprint +1, havoc 20%, full stamina only, reduced strong attack cooldown 6%. Kinda, you guys know how I feel about that one. Kinda meh, because of the fact that he has no way to actively heal himself. Then skills, a strong attack damage increase 20%, reduced cooldown 12%, those are his soul traits. All status elements resistance 100%, frenzy +2 +3 in guild quest and bombardment. Debilitated 5 seconds, increased status element chance against our wrong cause, increased range damage 10%, 30% in guild quest, enhancer, multi-barrier, sharpshooter, booster, increased kill effect 30%, 50% in guild quest, and status elements pressure boost 80%. a phenomenal amount of stuff on one unit, and I mean, that's just, yeah, he's really good. Of course, we'll test play these guys as well, but I mean, he's a really, really good character. Now for Ichigo himself. Now Ichigo is a squad 0 killer plus, which is, you know what, I try and think about it maybe too deeply, because according to me, that is Ukiura we just covered should have been a Soul Reaper killer or a Hollow killer. No, not Hollow killer. Soul Reaper killer and maybe something like a human killer. Whereas this Ichigo should have been a Sparta and a Ronko killer. You know, going for the lore type thing. But clearly this game does not care about Bleach's lore, so we are just gonna roll with the punches. Now he has a very suckish soul trait because it is dual, but it's damage to weakened enemies 30%, which, yeah, strong attack, recharge time minus 12%. So I don't like that as much. But he does have weaken plus on all his attacks. He has an EX move, and his soul bomb has a weaken or slash a debuff to it as well, which is great. Innate skills, sprint plus 1, havoc 20%, and sharpshooter. Skills reduce strong attack cooldown 12%, all status element resistance 100%, frenzy plus 2 plus 3 in guild quest, diminisher, bombardment plus 1, debilitated 5 seconds, increased status element chance against soul reapers, great stuff. Increased range damage 10%, 30% in guild quest, 30% bonus damage to weaken enemies, part of his soul traits. Weaken defense as well as a weaken on his soul bomb already. Poise break, poise, increased skill effect 30%, 50% in guild quest, and 80% SP boost when inflicting a status element. So really, both of their stats are very similar. Although Ichigo does have the edge overall, and that's kind of why he won the fight, isn't it? But yeah, so really awesome stuff. Let's quickly go over and test play Ukiura first and then Ichigo. I don't mind it if the characters are done like this when it comes to the whole guild quest shenanigans. So he has a great looking NAD attack string. I would have preferred it, this is just me personally, if he had his Lanzas that he actually throws as a normal attack string. That would like really cool, but alas, we don't have that. First strong attack is a pretty long range semi beam, almost like a pushing thing, you can see, which is nice. It has a good AoE. Third strong attack is actually screen wide, which is surprising considering guild quest units normally don't have screen wides. Second is of course the boost, which is a semi little vortex that he summons in and hovers around for a little bit and then disappears. Now that boost of course is going to give yourself a boost, your whole team, yada yada yada, and of course a barrier too. First strong attack again. The first one, as you can see, it has very good range, very good hit detection actually, for something that's moving as slow. Yeah, that's really strong, really strong for a guild quest unit. We're gonna move in a little bit. Let's see if I can hit multiple waves of his third strong attack. If that, yeah, see. Yes, I can. They just did not retire from life from it, but that's fine. Second strong attack again. We're gonna summon it over here because I know the next spawn is here as well. See, vortex, vortex, vortex. Really strong, really cool. Now, unfortunately, it is bound to a boost, so the cooldown is very high on it. But that's really cool. Now for his ultimate. Nothing's gonna survive it, so yeah, I mean, well, some things will, but still he has bombardment plus 1. He is kitted for nuking, as well as doing high damage through waves of enemies, so yeah, no, he's very decent. Very strong. Just give me a second. Apologies. Okay, so now let's go into Ichigo's test play. Now, I do believe last time I played, I did like Ichigo a little bit better. I think he has a better moveset. I can't really remember actually now. Now that I'm put on the spot, I can't remember. Okay, so his normal attack string looks really cool. It's basically Getsugas with a zero at the end. Really cool. First strong attack is a almost the same range as Ukiura's first strong attack. Just seems like to be in a little bit of a wider area and it explodes. So that's, I mean, that went far. It went to here. I was back here. So no, definitely more range than Okiora's. That's really cool. Yeah, no, that's really, really, really cool. Second strong attack is a gigantic slash that just, yeah, retires everybody from life. So that's really cool. Third strong attack is a screen wide. Really quick animation though. There was almost no animation on that. That's great because you can actually cycle through your stuff quicker if you have shorter animations. Now these animations are so damn short that you have to wait for the cooldowns if you don't have links on them. It's the only problem. Okay, there you go. Let's do his EX move. It's a downward slash and then a zero. Okay, interesting. I'm assuming that does a lot of damage. That's how it would seem to me anyways. There we go. Cool. And now for his special move. This video is going to be really short today. What the hell? Oh, it's because I only have 2 characters ready to cover. Okay, so not a lot of things in the game is actually going to survive that attack because it's a defense down and it is a weaken and he has bombardment. So yeah, no, that's a extremely powerful ult. So overall, this banner is mid, yes, because of the filler pools, but these 2 characters are extremely powerful. Really good to have for just your teams in general. But remember, we just had the 10th anniversary and we got, you know, like Rukia. I mean, yeah, she kind of stole the speed spotlight, but still, it's these 2 are phenomenal characters. You cannot go wrong with getting them if you don't pull 200 times to try and get them. You know what I mean? If you pull like 5 times and you get them both, you are pretty much sorted for your Espada and Squad Zero killers. These 2 are really, really, really strong, like I said. But the fillers, like I said, it's not, you know, it's not trashy. Don't get me wrong. The fillers on them aren't trash whatsoever. It's just not to these guys' level, you know. But I mean, in general, maybe that's not exactly the goal of the game. And I try to give you guys the opinion of what's the best value. And right now, there's nothing really else to pull on. I mean, I went over this banner, and yes, these 2 are in the same boat as these 2, except I think these 2 are better actually. But they are also guild quest units, and they are strong in their respective guild quest. You know, I think this one actually has really good fillers. If I'm not mistaken, it was a bunch of swimsuit characters. Let me just quickly have a look again. I think it was a bunch of swimsuits. Yeah, it was. Okay, so Grimjow is the only one here that's kind of out of place. Literally twice. But yeah, so the fillers on this is great. Candace is phenomenal. Bambi is phenomenal. Noitora is phenomenal. Riruka is phenomenal. Millerose, she gives you plus 10 potions. He does the same. Isane, also really strong unit. Still not phenomenal like the rest of them, but still. So this, in terms of fillers, is much better than this one up here. But these 2 are much better than these 2. You get what I'm saying? So it's literally up to necessity. What do you need more? Do you need the killer effects on these guys, or do you want, or slash rather, need the swimsuits from this banner? You know. Then of course you have Renji here, which is Renji is just insanely strong. Really, he Joshua and who was the other character? Uryu was by far, or were rather, the best thing to come out of the 10th anniversary. Yes, I know Ichigo looks phenomenal, and so does Rukia. But these characters that dropped with the second round is just so much better, man. That's insane. For the flagship units of the anniversary being Rukia and Ichigo, they really fumbled hard with the kits. They are strong, don't get me wrong. Yeah, they're strong, of course they're strong, but still, it's insane how much better these are compared to them. But yeah, so Renji, of course, if you want him, get him. If you don't have him, get him. You know, that type of thing. Definitely pull on this banner, because this is going to be your last chance for a whole long while to get Renji. And I know you guys don't want to miss out on that, so just keep that in mind. But also a new thing, not a new thing, another thing that I want to make a very quick note of is if you're going to pull on this banner, remember, once this selection 2 ends, selection 3 is going to come in. That has Uryu in it. Uryu is currently absolutely just the bane of most players in this game. He is incredibly overpowered in both PvE and PvP. His PvE kit is really, really good. And then you have the thank you summons, which is just a trash pull. But yeah, so 15-minute video for you guys today. Not really that much more to say. I hope you all had a great Monday, and I will see you all again in the next video. Have a great one, and peace out.